There's a few sneakers you can actually look at and think about a certain area. Let's say the foam posits, you think of Maryland. When you think of Air Force, you think of New York. I want to say you think of New York, but when you think of these sneakers right here, you think of Bompton. You think of Cali. If not, then I don't know what the hell you were thinking.
Bring it to the bank and I'ma cash it. Bowling like Mike with a Jordan or Jackson. Shorty get brain, oh my gosh, she ain't foolish. Anywhere at all, even down by the pulpit.
What's up, ST Squad? How you doing? Welcome back to the page. Welcome back to another episode of Design versus Hype. And on this episode, once again, just like how I ranted in my Air Max 1, this is a classic sneaker. So we're gonna put some respect on the Cortezz. Now, when it comes to Nike and their first designs, it was incredible. The Cortezz is known as the first ever Nike modern running shoe. Now, this came out in 1972 and it was for the Olympics. Now, this shoe was designed by Bill Barman. The only thing is, Bill was actually working for another company and they made this shoe together. That's why both companies have the same colorway. If you guys know what company I'm talking about, comment that down below. But listen up, when this shoe came out, Jesus peas, it was a work of art. And for people to look at me and say this shoe doesn't have a great design and is not hype, woosah, woosah, woosah. Because when it comes to the Nike Cortezz, this is hands down iconic, hands down classic, hands down great design. When you think of Compton, when you think of LA, when you think of freaking California itself, you think of the Cortezz. I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what you say. Your grandmother, your auntie, is the Cortezz hands down. This shoe doesn't need a hype collab. This shoe doesn't need anything besides great colorways and it will sell. Black and white, white and black, it's gonna sell. The most iconic colorway in this sneaker that sells out every single time is the Forrest Gumps. How can a sneaker be named after a movie and you guys disrespect it and say it's not a great design? I'm talking about these. The Forrest Gump is the most iconic colorway in Nike's whole catalog. I don't care what you're saying to me. This is amazing. All white, red, blue, Forrest Gump. Down to my sister knows the name of this shoe, and you guys know Roro do not know any name of any sneaker. So when she knows this, what else can you say? People do want to pull that string. Oh, the Cortezz doesn't have a great collab. If the Cortezz was such a classic shoe, why didn't Virgil do a collab with it? Virgil, excuse my language, but yo, listen up. Virgil picked the Hyperdunk, all right? The Hyperdunk was one of his 10 shoes. The first 10 rollout, he picked the Hyperdunk. That's not a classic. Are you kidding me? This is a classic right here. This shoe was owned by so many gangs. Like, I don't think you know how much trouble this shoe caused a lot of people. How much heartache this shoe caused. Not saying because it was affiliated with a gang or with any badness, the shoe is great. But if you could adapt a sneaker into your culture, it was great. It was so simple, so easy to wear up to this day. From when it first came out till now, the design is amazing. Everything is there. This is an anniversary pack. So inside is gonna tell you 2017 in this foot. In the other foot is gonna say 1972. Like, anytime the OG colorway come out again, the Forrest Gump, it's amazing. The rollouts, amazing. The material, not so good, but it's still amazing. This material is great, but I'm talking about Cortezz overall. The materials are not great. It's cheap leather. Who cares? Cheap leather, great design, shut up. If you're about to type right now, Romy, you're bugging, those shoes are trash, you should have never did an episode on them. Good. Write it down below so I can have somebody flame you. Because are you serious? I feel like a lot of new sneakerheads, like the new guys, you guys know nothing about the Cortezz, nothing about the Air Max 1, nothing about the Air Max 90s. Ooh. Do you guys want an episode on the Air Max 90s? Please comment down and let me know. Nori, I know you want that video. You know what? Guys, if you don't know who Nori is, once again, tune into the podcast on Hyped and learn. We're gonna teach you about the Air Max 90s because that is another, you know what? 25 likes, next video, Air Max 90s. But before we talk about that, let's talk about this. I know a lot of people see this and be like, yo, Squin, it's cheap, it's blah, it's boring. There's nothing about this sneaker that made me want to run outside and get it. And that's okay. All I want you guys to do during these episodes is understand and recognize when they see a nice design. This sneaker is gonna be here forever. This colorway is gonna be here forever. It's gonna get retroed forever. You know what's not gonna get retro forever? Some Off-Whites, some Travises, some Sakai's. Those might not stand the test of time, but this will. 48 years after, and this sneaker is still in demand. Like, I don't think you guys understand that. From 1972 to 2020, this sneaker is still being worn. Not gonna get worn 48 years from now? The Travis Scott ones. I hit my goddamn light. Cause I don't understand how you guys could actually put certain shoes over another shoe just because you don't know the history. Learn your history. Watch all the episodes of design versus hype so I could teach you. Damn. I'm done. That's it. I'm done. This episode is done. This shoe is all design, classic and iconic and beautiful. This shoe is worn in every single nation across the world. How can that not tell you that this is a great design? Some of the collabs they have was very blah, yeah, I understand that, but the shoe itself, put some respect on that shoe. Alright? Love, manas, and go get you a damn pair of Cortezz. Right now, cause they're cheap. Like 50 bucks for a pair, bro. How you don't have one? I'm gone.